Welcome back to today's exciting deep dive into rare British coins. Today, we're counting down the top 4 most valuable United Kingdom 3p coins, exploring different years, mint marks, and conditions that can turn these small coins into big money. Whether you're a beginner or a serious collector, this list might surprise you. Let's get started. First up, the 1967 United Kingdom 3p. This small, unique coin may look ordinary at first glance, but many people wonder, could it actually be valuable? Is it rare? And most importantly, how much is it worth today in dollars, especially in circulated condition? Stay with us as we uncover the truth behind this fascinating coin. The 1967 3p coin holds a very special place in British numismatic history. It was minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II and represents the final year of circulation for the traditional threepence denomination before the United Kingdom transitioned to decimal currency in 1971. This coin was part of the old monetary system, where 12p made a shilling and 20 shillings made a pound. By the late 1960s, the UK was preparing for a modern currency system, and the 1967 threepence became one of the last coins of its kind to circulate widely. Because of this, it carries strong historical significance, even if its market value may surprise you. Now let's talk about what makes this coin visually and physically unique. The 1967 threepence is instantly recognizable because of its 12-sided shape, also known as a dodecagon. This unusual design made it easy to identify by touch, even in the dark. The coin is made from nickel brass, giving it a golden color, and it weighs about 6.8 grams with a diameter of 21 millimeters. On the front, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, while the reverse features a detailed design of a portcullis with chains and a crown, symbolizing strength and tradition. These design elements make the coin attractive to collectors, even today. Now here's where things get really interesting. Many people assume that because this coin is old, it must be rare, but that's not actually the case. The 1967 threepence had a massive mintage of over 151 million coins, which means it is considered very common. In circulated or damaged condition, these coins are especially abundant because they were heavily used in everyday transactions. As a result, collector demand for worn examples is relatively low. Collectors usually look for coins in uncirculated or proof condition, where details are sharp and surfaces are clean. Unfortunately, circulated coins often show wear, scratches, and fading, reducing their desirability. Let's talk about what you really came here for: the value. In circulated condition, the 1967 threepence is typically worth only a few cents to around 10 cents, $0 and 30 cents, depending on how worn it is. Even in better conditions, the value doesn't rise dramatically. Uncirculated versions may sell for around 50 cents to $4, while top-quality mint-state examples can reach up to $60 to $70 at auction, but those are rare high-grade pieces, so if you have a circulated coin in your pocket or collection, it's likely not a high-value item, but it still holds historical charm. If you're thinking about collecting or selling this coin, here are a few helpful tips. First, always check the condition carefully. Even small differences in wear can affect the value. Coins with clear details and minimal scratches are more desirable. Second, consider keeping the coin as part of a larger collection. While a single circulated 1967 threepence may not be worth much, a complete set of pre-decimal British coins can be far more valuable and appealing. Third, store your coins properly. Use protective holders or albums to prevent further damage and preserve their condition over time. And finally, don't fall for exaggerated claims online. Some videos or posts claim these coins are worth thousands or even millions, but in reality, most circulated examples are very common and affordable. To wrap it all up, the 1967 United Kingdom 3p is not a rare or highly valuable coin in circulated condition, but it is a beautiful piece of history. As the last circulating threepence before decimalisation, it represents the end of an era in British currency. While it may only be worth a few cents in today's market, its historical significance, unique design, and connection to the past make it a meaningful addition to any collection. So next time you come across one of these coins, don't just think about its price, think about the story it carries. Next up, the United Kingdom 3p coin from 1945, specifically in fine condition. At first glance, this small coin might not seem extraordinary, but collectors around the world know that even modest-looking coins can carry surprising value. In this video, we'll explore its history, unique design, rarity even in worn or damaged condition, and most importantly, its current market value in US dollars. If you enjoy discovering hidden value in everyday coins, this is one episode you won't want to miss. The 1945 3p coin was minted during the final year of World War II, a time when Britain was still facing economic pressure and material shortages. By this period, the traditional silver threepence had already been replaced with a brass version, first introduced in 1937 under King George VI. This shift was largely due to the rising cost of silver and wartime necessity. The 1945 issue continued with the brass composition, making it more durable but also giving it a distinct golden appearance. These coins were widely circulated across the UK, used in everyday transactions, and became a familiar part of daily life during a challenging historical era. One of the most recognizable features of the 1945 threepence is its unusual 12-sided shape, known as a dodecagon. This design made it easy to identify by touch, which was particularly helpful for the visually impaired. On the obverse side, you'll find the portrait of King George VI, facing left, along with the inscription Georgievs 6D GBROMN Rex F laughing smiley INDIMP. The reverse side displays a bold and simple design featuring 3 interwoven thrift plant heads with the denomination threepence and the year 1945. In fine condition, the coin will show moderate wear, with some details softened but still clearly visible, especially the king's profile and the main design elements on the reverse. Now, let's talk about rarity. The 1945 threepence is not considered a rare coin in absolute terms, as millions were minted. However, collector demand can still be strong depending on condition, historical interest, and completeness of a collection. Even in damaged or heavily circulated condition, these coins attract beginner collectors and history enthusiasts. While a damaged coin may lose some of its premium value, it still holds significance as a wartime artifact. For many collectors, owning a coin from 1945 carries emotional and historical weight, which keeps demand alive even for lower-grade examples. When it comes to market value, the 1945 threepence in fine condition typically ranges between 50 cents and $3. Coins in better condition, such as very fine or extremely fine, can reach $5 to $15, depending on eye appeal and surface quality. However, damaged or heavily worn coins might only sell for 20 cents to $1. It's important to note that these values can fluctuate based on market trends, collector demand, and whether the coin is part of a bulk lot or an individual sale. While it's not a high-value coin, it remains an accessible and meaningful addition to any collection. If you're interested in collecting the 1945 threepence, start by focusing on condition. Even small improvements in detail and surface quality can significantly increase value. Always check for corrosion, scratches, or cleaning marks, as these can reduce a coin's appeal. Buying from reputable dealers or auction platforms ensures authenticity and fair pricing. Additionally, consider building a full date set of threepence coins from the George VI era. This adds more depth and value to your collection. Finally, store your coins properly in holders or albums to preserve their condition over time. In conclusion, the United Kingdom threepence 1945 in fine condition may not be a rare treasure worth thousands, but it carries a rich story from a pivotal moment in history. Its unique design, wartime background, and steady collector interest make it a worthwhile piece for both beginners and seasoned numismatists. Whether you're collecting for value or passion, this coin proves that even the smallest denominations can hold big historical significance. Next up, the 1963 United Kingdom threepence coin, especially in dirty and heavily circulated condition. Many people think old dirty coins are worthless, but some collectors are willing to pay surprising amounts of money for rare examples with unusual features, minting errors, or historical importance. In this video, we will explore the history of the famous 1963 British threepence, its design, what makes certain coins valuable even when damaged or dirty, and how much these coins can sell for in today's auction market in US dollars. Make sure to watch until the end because some collectors have discovered valuable threepence coins hiding among ordinary pocket change and inherited collections. The United Kingdom threepence coin, often called the threepenny bit, became one of Britain's most recognizable coins during the 20th century. The 1963 threepence was issued during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, long before the British decimal currency system arrived in 1971. This small but unique coin carried a face value of 3 old pence and was widely used across the United Kingdom for everyday shopping, transportation, and small purchases. The 1963 issue was produced by the Royal Mint in large numbers, but because these coins circulated heavily, many surviving examples today are scratched, dirty, rusty-looking, or worn smooth. Millions of people handled these coins daily, and over decades many were lost, damaged, or melted down. While common examples are still affordable, collectors search carefully for unusual conditions, rare minting mistakes, and coins with strong historical character. The coin features the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the front, designed by Mary Gillick. On the reverse side, The famous Tudor portcullis design appears with chains and a royal crown, giving the coin a bold and unmistakable appearance. One reason collectors love the Threepence coin is its unusual 12-sided shape, which makes it instantly recognizable compared to ordinary round coins. One of the most fascinating things about the 1963 United Kingdom Threepence is its distinct design and metal composition. Unlike silver Threepence coins from earlier decades, the 1963 version was made from nickel brass, giving it a golden color. Over time, many coins developed dark toning, dirt buildup, scratches, or discoloration because they were heavily circulated. The 12-sided shape made the coin easy to identify by touch, which was especially useful in busy markets and public transport systems. The coin weighs approximately 6.8 grams and has a strong industrial appearance that collectors still admire today. Another important feature is the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Coins with sharper details around the Queen's hair, crown, and facial features are usually more valuable. On dirty coins, collectors often inspect whether the original details remain underneath the grime and wear. Some dirty coins may actually hide excellent detail beneath surface dirt, making them desirable to experienced collectors. Certain 1963 Threepence coins also show striking errors such as off-center strikes, double striking, die cracks, or unusual metal discoloration. These mint errors can dramatically increase the value of even damaged-looking coins. Error collectors around the world actively search for such pieces because every mint mistake tells a unique story from the production process at the Royal Mint. Now let's discuss the big question: can a dirty or damaged 1963 Threepence actually be valuable? The answer is yes, but condition and rarity matter greatly. Ordinary circulated 1963 Threepence coins are common, especially in worn condition. However, collectors often pay attention to coins with unusual aging, attractive toning, historical character, or rare minting errors. A dirty coin with readable dates and strong design details can still attract buyers because some collectors prefer original, untouched surfaces instead of heavily cleaned coins. In fact, aggressively cleaning an old coin can lower its value because collectors usually prefer natural aging over polished surfaces. Coins discovered in old collections, buried storage boxes, or inherited family items often gain attention when they show unique patterns of wear or unusual coloration. Some collectors enjoy owning coins that clearly show decades of real circulation history. Dirty condition alone does not make a coin rare, but when combined with mint errors, sharp details, or historical interest, the value can rise significantly. Auction demand also depends on how many collectors are searching for British pre-decimal coins at a given time. Interest in vintage United Kingdom coins has increased internationally, especially among collectors in the United States, Europe, and Asia. This growing demand has pushed prices higher for rare or unusual examples. Let's move to the auction market value. A normal 1963 United Kingdom Threepence in dirty, heavily circulated condition usually sells for around $1 to $5 US depending on detail, visibility, and overall appearance. Coins in better circulated condition with clearer lettering and less damage may sell between $10 and $25. If the coin has attractive natural toning or an unusual historical look, some collectors may pay even more. Now things become exciting when mint errors enter the picture. A 1963 Threepence with a visible striking error, double die effect, or off-center strike can reach auction prices from $50 to several $100 depending on rarity and demand. Exceptional occasionally sold for over $500 in specialist auctions. While these high-value examples are uncommon, they prove that even small old British coins can become surprisingly demand, coin condition, grading chemicals, or abrasive materials. Cleaning can scratch the surface and reduce collector interest. Even dirty coins, often such as double letters, cracks, off-center designs, or strange color patterns. This famous 12-sided coin remains one of the most iconic pieces of pre-decimal British currency, and many collectors still search for hidden treasures among old collections and forgotten coin jars. So before you throw away an old dirty Threepence, take a closer look. You might be holding a valuable piece of history worth far more than its original face value. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more rare coin discoveries and auction value updates from around the world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.